Well, I'm Hardie Davis. This is my wife, Jane. And CasaKeepers came first to do our kitchen. And they did such a wonderful job on the kitchen that we asked them to come back and do 2 bathrooms. So they've spent a lot of time in our house. Well, we've had over the years a lot of experience with contractors, and we had a lot of hiccups in history, but not with CasaKeepers.
No.
Really, no hiccups that I can
I
share
can't
with
think
you.
either. I mean, one of the really cool things that they do is they basically get all your stuff in-house before they start the job. So it's not like you're sitting around waiting for a bathtub or waiting for a shower head. Everything's in place when it's time for them to put it in place. So I can't think of any
No.
negatives at all. Sorry. Our experience has been not only the wonderful work that they do, but we got so attached to the team, and they were there from the get-go, and they were there over and over again, and they were kind of like family to us, and they would sit and visit with us, and they'd share their stories, but they'd get their work done too, and they would show up on time. That was a big deal. So we can't think of any negatives at all.
Not at all.
What I would say, and what I've said many times, is they showed up when they were supposed to show up. They were on budget. They finished when they said that they were going to finish. And that's really unusual for contractors and designers.
At least in our history.
Yeah.
Certainly, if we ever anticipate doing anything else, and we may, because we're sort of built that way, unfortunately. We're always upgrading and changing things. But we would never go to anyone else, I don't believe, than CasaKeepers.
Right. And we kind of are, we're trying to keep our current home, which is 23 years old, in good, updated condition, because we're not going to live forever on this earth. And we don't want to leave something for our children to either move into or have to sell or anything. We don't want them to have to come in and do a bunch of work just to get it in the condition it needs to be in. So we kind of think about them too, in keeping things up to date as much as we can.
What has been really nice about CasaKeepers is they're the complete package, is the way I say it. And so we worked with contractors before, and they've asked us what we want, and we tell them. And it's not always, sometimes we don't know as much about it as we need to, as far from a design perspective, or for ordering materials and what's the best materials and different things like that. And they certainly provide that. They know, which tiles are the best and which paint is the best and the colors that are going right now. And then they have a design team that is very up to date with the designs, and some things they've suggested we would never consider, and we may be sort of held back a little bit. Then once we thought about it, we're going to trust them, and we've been pleased to trust
What's
them.
really kind of cool is I'm kind of designing myself, and I'm an artist, and you can think, ooh, I don't know, are you going to clash with another designer that comes in? Well, no, I think we became best friends. We just had a blast. I mean, everything was so much fun, and I never felt like she was stepping on my toes as far as my design ideas. She was very open to what I said, and like in the kitchen, well, all 3 rooms, I guess, they really basically helped us turn each room into an art gallery for my paintings, because I didn't have a place to put them. And so everything was kind of designed around that, and they were so willing to help me do that. And we all embraced and applauded each other for what the ideas were. We really loved it. And that's kind of part of what CasaKeepers is. It's not just a contractor or a design firm. They also want to share their faith. They want to share their stories. And we did as much of that almost as planning designs. Yeah, it builds a lot of trust, because we know their standards, and their faith background, which we share. And we didn't really have to build up trust with them because we just had like instant rapport. Yeah, so cool.